galaxy in the air.
G.I. Joe attack! Boom, boom! G.I. Joe takes the hill! Bam, bam! Horrific battle!
Terrific equipment to have a battle with. When you get G.I. Joe and the authentic G.I. Joe equipment, you'll have the greatest realism, the greatest fun you ever had in playing soldier. Box after box of authentic uniforms and equipment, so you can change your G.I. Joe soldier into a camouflage Marine ready for battle, a Navy frogman with complete scuba suit and inflatable life raft, an Air Force pilot with high-altitude helmet and air vest. Get G.I. Joe and get G.I. Joe equipment so you can set up exciting battle action whenever you want. Remember, only G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe.
All right, what's up, Mega Like Geeks and Freaks? So, I had a couple days off. I do a little conference for work, and I came home to a plethora of packages. Heavy. Did you say I have a plethora of packages? Sig waffle. Heavy, do you know what a plethora is? All right, let's see what we got. So I did some repairs. Put a little stuff up there. I am not quite sure what came in. All right, this is cool. This I like. This piece I'm going to dedicate to Mr. John Toyzilla Marshall, because John is a big collector of these. In fact, he probably has more than anybody that I know. I don't know if anybody else out there even collects them. This one's a little bit ripped up. I was excited to get it. This is the Action Deep Sea Adventurer Giant 20 by 14 and 3/4 inch fold up deep sea station side. I got this for a good price. These are very expensive. They're hard to find. And basically what you have is you would get this set, and then inside you would have this background. It was just cardboard, and you just fold it around. They did a jungle set. They did the deep sea set. I forgot they did a couple of things. The fireman set. Then they even show you here on the back. They've got other ones they have here. You can see them, like jungle sets and so on. They teach you how to fold these things up. So you're basically making it into play sets. So the box is it's a fold up deep sea station. It's all Mr. Action stuff. So it's that knockoff cheesy stuff. This one is kind of this one's seen a little bit better days. But I'm gonna open it so you guys can see. I don't know what the hell just a piece of cardboard. All right, so there's the set itself. Inside the box, for those of you guys who've never seen these before. Let's see, we have, here's the fold-up set. As you can see, it's just corrugated cardboard. I don't want to open it too much to do the crease, but just corrugated cardboard. And you would just open this up, and then you would just bend it into an arc, it's kind of an arc there. And off it went. And these were some of the sets. And they made a bunch of these. They tend to get very pricey, even though it's Mr. Action, who was probably not one of the more expensive action figures of his day. He was a full Joe ripoff for sure. LJN made him. Yes, the same LJN that made the SWAT figures, that made the rookies, the emergency figures, and so on. But they're really tough to come by. And I said, you know what? I'd rather have it a little bit warped up shape than nothing at all, because I'm a big fan of knockoffs from way back in the day. And for those of you who collect knockoffs, these are great to get. But I see things like this, unfortunately, I see them in the $250 to $300 range. Sometimes I think I saw one for $400. Not sure if that was quite realistic, but you see them over $200. This one I got for like $40. I was very excited. And down at the bottom, there's a little comic at the bottom here. Talks a little bit about what's on there. All right, so we're going to get that to the side for now. This next piece, I did have something that came in the mail. I need to go pick it up, because the guy's like, it arrived. And I'm telling him from eBay, it came from Italy. I'm like, dude, it didn't show up. He's like, it says it's on your doorstep, or that it arrived. I'm like, translating my Italian to make sure I'm not translating correctly. So I said, just like normal, the post office in my area, when they get the temp carriers, they list things that they've delivered them, but they don't. And then what happens is it winds up the next day in the hands of your regular carrier, because they didn't get to it by the end of the day. But if they don't deliver it, they don't get paid. So it's like you get $300 to deliver every package in this truck for the day, and they run around as fast as they can, deliver packages. Okay, fair enough. Sometimes they just throw them, they don't treat them well. Sometimes they do. So not all of them are like that. But a lot of times they'll just not deliver it, and they'll throw a note in the mailbox. Especially where I live, it's a little bit of a ride from the road, and they don't particularly love doing that all the time. So that's not what this is, though. This is actually cool. This is something that I have many similar items. I do not have this actual item. So we've got a shitload of popcorn. It's like snowing popcorn in here. I'll have to clean this up later. Wow. This guy did an excellent job packing this, I'm going to tell you. Let me get this out of the box. I should open it down here. Give me a sec to get it out. I'm not quite sure what he did. Wow, that's actually interesting. He literally cut the box. He put the thing in bubble wrap, which is great. He cut the box around. He made a frame around the object, the toy. And then he filled it with popcorn, which is good. It's just impossible to get out right now. So give me a second to pull this out because this is quite big. And I think you're going to like this because I have yet to see one of these before. This is the first time I've ever seen one of these. Let's see if I can slice this without getting this popcorn all over the place. Which is better than the package. I'm going to look at the other one I just got from Italy, which got crushed, which means the guy did not pack it well. I don't know what it is, so I'm hoping whatever's in there survived. The other thing that I'm about to pick up, I believe, unless it's in that crushed package, which, God, I hope it's not. I don't think it could fit in there. It's a Fabian Plastica remote control car, but it's Wonder Man. And Wonder Man was packed in a Superman box. It's the Superman car, and they just, Jesus H. Christ, they just basically changed all the stickers from well, not all the stickers, most of the stickers from Superman, the main stickers from Superman to Wonder Man, but the tires still have the S's on from Superman. And the box that comes in is a Superman box. It is extremely hard to find. Actually, I wouldn't even say that. I would say it's very rare. In my 26 years of collecting, it's the first time I've ever seen one yet to see one in person. I've seen pictures of it on boxes of other ones that I have. Let's get this out of the way. All right. So this is actually cool. So for those of you guys who've been down here in the Toy Room of Solitude, you will know that one of the things that I love to collect are Empire toys, Jeeps, and helicopters. I'm going to bring this down so you guys can see this. You don't need to see me. And this one came across the other day, a week or two ago. Came across on eBay. And I have the Spider-Man copter. I have the Hulk copter. I just got the Batman copter, and I fixed it thanks to Toy Polloi. Go to YouTube and search out Toy Polloi. The guy's got some really fantastic ways of fixing broken old toys. And I'm not just talking about repairing, swapping with parts from other working ones or Frankenstein together. He legitimately makes parts, broken parts for things, and it's great. And the stuff he used to repair the plastic, it's a plastic weld. I've used other ones. I haven't had great success. This one's like instant weld. It's fantastic. So I fixed the G.I. Joe helicopter that you guys saw about a month and a half ago that came in the mail broken. Wasn't broken when he shipped it, and the box wasn't damaged. It was just shittily packed. So when I got rolled around in there, it broke. I mean, you put a package in the mail, I'm not going to carry it this side up the whole time, right? Anyway, regardless, it's fixed. It looks good. Then I got a Batman Empire helicopter, same as this. It's Batman. I got the blue one, which is the one that I really wanted more than anything else. I've seen the black one and the blue one. But the blue one is the one that really, I think, stands out better. I'll show it to you guys in a minute because it is repaired and it only took just a few minutes to do. So this, my friends, this is the Air Force helicopter. This is the same helicopter as the Hulk, Spider-Man, Chips, Batman. I'll show you the Batman one in a second. Matter of fact, I got a broken Chips and Spider-Man one I could show you right now, so I don't have to go to the back and get them. But You may have seen things like this. These are broken ones. I have better examples back. The Chips helicopter, Spider-Man helicopter. These are extras I have had. And this is an Air Force helicopter. Now, I have the police one, which is pretty uncommon. I have the police. We have the, I guess we'll go way up. Police. What else is out there? There's a bunch of them. But this one, I've never seen this one before. And you can see it says by Empire. I don't know if this was a later edition or an earlier edition. I'm not quite sure yet whether they did the superhero ones or these first. I have a feeling they did the generic ones, meaning the police, the Air Force, and so on, before they did the superhero ones. Because you're probably doing the superhero ones. You may not be doing these. However, I could be wrong because these were not only marketed for Mego. The superhero ones were marketed for Mego. These were marketed for G.I. Joe. Okay? Actually, I can say a shitload of comments now. What's up, LPH? How are you? Nice to see you. Brian Sanchez. There he is. I'm surprised you didn't do That's What She Said, Brian Sanchez. It's a new inflatable from Melloground Inflatables. That is correct. There we go. Holy batshit. And there is Buck himself, Mr. Felonious Fabrications. So this is actually pretty cool because the box has been open. I don't know if the guy opened it to show the contents or whatever, but we're going to see what kind of shape it's in. Oh, Jesus, there's more fucking popcorn in here. Give me a second, because this guy really, I'll give him credit. He did a great job packing it, and I'm excited for that. But holy mother of God. There's a shitload of popcorn. The shit just gets all over the place, doesn't it? All right, I'll try and take this out. See if it's broken anywhere. Hopefully not. Like I said, I've never seen the Air Force one before. I think he said this one was pretty much new and never used. I don't know if you guys a gift. You know, with these toys, these Empire toys, back in the day, right, everybody was getting G.I. Joe, Mego, Big Jim, $6 Million Man. And you got in some other lines that were out there. But the knockoff shit was just made to ride the coattails of those, right? That's all. Hey, let's ride the coattails off G.I. Joe and get these out there. Now, as kids, we knew which ones were real G.I. Joe and which ones weren't, for the most part. Unless you were 2 years old. But our grandparents didn't. And sometimes our parents didn't either. And Grandma and Grandpa went out to get you your great birthday present or Christmas present. Thought you were getting that Hasbro G.I. Joe helicopter because that's what you told them you wanted. Got the Empire one. And either you beat the crap out of it because you loved it, or you didn't. So here's the actual base for it. It's actually in perfect shape. I'm going to show you something that usually you don't find. So usually these are all cracked. And I just repaired. Oh, this one actually has a crack in it here. There's a crack here. See, so that one's cracked right there. But I'm going to fix it. I just fixed the other one just a while ago. But it also has these two. Can you guys see these two little reflectors like lights? Most of them are missing those. Most of the helicopters you will find are missing those. Those are very hard to come by. I have a feeling this thing probably just cracked over time. Maybe it cracked in the package. There's the U.S. Air Force Blade. You saw the Spider-Man one. Let's bring this all out. I don't really care about the accessories too much, the little flashlights and shit, because they're pretty much all the same. This one was clearly marketed for G.I. Joe. Definitely G.I. Joe, if you will. Give me one sec. Let's get this going, see what's in here. And honestly, the accessories of most of these are pretty much the same. The superhero ones and the Chips one, make sure I remember the Chips one too, were a little bit different because they had little like plastic cases, like little suitcases in there for holding, the microscope and the flashlights and all that crap. They would put they put like a Hulk sticker on it or Spider-Man sticker on it or Chip sticker on it. And they weren't crappy stickers. They're actually quite good. They lasted through the years. Like I said, this one I've never seen. I've never seen before. Somebody really went to town to wrap this up. We're going to find out if it's... Okay, that looks all right. Oh, well, this is nice. It's got the original instructions in it. Never saw these before. What do you say, do I have seen these? Original instructions. They tell you how to put it together. They even show you, where is it? Here on the back. They even show you here on the back. It's pretty much G.I. Joe, isn't it? All right. Let's get this open. Let's see what this guy looks like. Like I said, this is a really rare version of these helicopters. If you don't collect these, I won't appreciate them. But some of you may collect the vans. The Spider-Man van, the Hulk van, Spider-Man van, bright red and yellow. The Hulk band is bright green and purple. You can't miss them. They all show up all the time, all over the place, and the prices on them are just all over the place as well. Yeah, this one's actually in really good shape. It still has the actual windshield, which my Batman one does not. There's the propeller for the back. The problem with these, I'm going to tell you guys, you know what the number one problem with these is, besides the fact that they're fragile and break, is finding a place to store them or display them. So let's see what he did. So he looked like, yeah, so this one popped off. All right, so he broke off the back piece that holds the propeller here, right there. I'm going to see if that plastic weld holds that together. I'm not sure, but I have some plans for that. This propeller's in great shape, still has all the stickers, U.S. Air Force on it. All these do is just, bring this down so you guys can see. All these do is just rest in the top, and that's it. That's it. This one's actually bent a little bit, so it's hitting the back, but they just rest. This one's cracked. Probably could fix this live if you guys want to see it. These would actually just go here and just basically, I'm not going to snap it right now because the problem with these is you don't, matter of fact, if you get these helicopters, you never want to push this down and snap it. It'll break in a heartbeat. Take the propeller off because what you're going to want to do, let's take all this shit out. Actually, what you want to do is turn it upside down like so. Okay, and then you want to take this and you want to attach it this way. You push on top of this. This plastic is like styrene plastic, the same shit they used to make models out of. Maybe they still do. And it will snap. So, yeah. All right, I'm not going to snap that in because it's going to go. But you'll snap that into there, and then you have your wheels. All right, I got to fix this first before I snap it. After I do this there, it's got some nice stickers, Air Rescue and so on. They have a thing. There's like a little hook here, and you have a little rope that comes down. They have ladders and shit. Let's see what else is in here because I'm not sure if everything is in here or not. Yeah, that's just bubble wrap. And I was away when this came, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to get home and see it because, like I said, it's such a rare piece to find. Matter of fact, the inside of this thing is wicked clean. It's very nice. This plastic has definitely been through some humidity and some heat, I can tell, but here's a little glass polisher. We'll clean that right up, or plastic polisher, excuse me. All right, let's see what's in here. It's pretty much, these parts are pretty much the same, but I'm curious what sticker, if they put an Air Force sticker on the little suitcases and cases it came with. I don't want to walk my laptop back in the other room to show you. I'll do it with the phone another day. I'll show you the helicopters there. Once I get these on the shelf, I'll let you guys see. This actually has a lot. This is a lot of the missing parts. We'll go through them pretty quick, and I'll show you what else we got in the other box over there that got crushed from Italy, which I'm dying. This is the harness, and right here, I don't know if it's here. It may not be here. Let's see. Okay, so here's the tool chest. A lot of the ones, the Spider-Man ones, they will actually have the Spider-Man logo on them. It's even got this is the little rubber piece that goes to the extinguisher. He's got all the tools in here. He's got all the tools in here, which is great. But they're pretty common to pretty much every one of these units. They're almost all the same, if you will. There's flashlights and all kinds of shit. Usually those tops break. Here's the ladder. These are the same plastic ladders almost as they use on the Mr. Action Tower. Here's a Steve Scout piece. It doesn't belong in there. This light, I'm not sure if this does go in here. This is a little clip-on light, if you will. These are always missing, or they don't, these are actually always missing. These are the headphones, and you can see that will not fit Amigo. That's a G.I. Joe size. Here is a air vest, which is G.I. Joe. And then we have the actual first aid box. Is there anything in it? Yeah, and you put some more pieces in there. Matter of fact, what is this stuff? Okay, there's some bandage in here or something. That does not go with it. And there's some more. Looks like some kid was tearing up t-shirts or something to put in there. And you never know what you're going to find in old stuff, are you? Okay, I don't know what he was cutting or sewing here, but what that's supposed to be, I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, so that's what we have with this. So the piece that goes on the side, let me see if that came with this. Yeah, and if you can see, it's missing. So it's this piece right here that hangs out the side, and then you would lower the rope, and then this harness would go to that. Now I could look at the auction and see if okay, that's this. I'm sorry, that red light is the search light. Everything else is here except for that hook. So I don't know if he. Let me just make sure I didn't lose it somewhere. Sometimes these guys pack shit up that's lost, and it may have not been in the auction. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I'm not terribly surprised, nor am I disappointed, because pieces are missing all the time for these things. But yeah, it's actually quite cool. I like the stickers. It's got all the Air Force stickers on it. So let me just dump some of this stuff out before I get to that last box. We got to find room for this, which is going to be a real fun part. Okay. All right, good. All right, so that piece is the only piece that's missing in it. It's got the instructions, everything else. I'm good to go. That makes me happy. I'll show you what. I'll show you the back copter that I just repaired. Bring this guy over here. Let's get the back copter over here. All right. So this is the back copter that I literally just repaired about a half hour ago. This peg, let's see if we can do this. This peg here was broken off. A lot of them, they're broken off. They get snapped. And what happened was at the auction, he just rested up there. And you could do that, and you could probably put a wooden dowel or something in there to get it to spin and put a screw. But when I turn this upside down, turn the helicopter upside down, I could hear a rattling inside here. And I said, well, shit, the only thing that's going to be in there probably is the piece that broke off. So if you pop those 2 screws on the back and you just lift this off, sure enough, inside was this peg. So I use that EMR plastic weld that Toy Polo uses. I'd ordered from eBay, and it came from the UK. And literally in 60 seconds, it was fixed. It's unbelievable. Now, on the bottom of this, and we're going to turn this upside down. Remember, pull them out because they just rest in there. On the bottom of this piece in the middle was broken. This piece was broken. Somebody put Scotch tape on them. So I took it off, drilled 2 very small, very thin holes in there. That's what Toy Polo does. He puts holes in it, and then he puts a brace in there. Now, he usually uses pieces of Lego, but Dean Verge said, hey, I used a nail, and that was the greatest thing ever. So I cut a nail that fit that hole, put it in there, and then use a plastic weld, put it together, hold it for a second, and put a little plastic welder on the outside. Instantly fixed. So you can fix these. If these pieces are just cracked like that one, I'll have that fixed, and it'll take me 10 minutes to fix that. But the Batman one, this is the blue one. They make the same one in black. This one's obviously missing the windshield, which it's a yellow windshield. And I don't have an extra yellow windshield on any of the parts that I have. But I'm also going to see if I can fix the propellers on the broken chips one over there. So we can do that. But this is probably one of the cooler ones. The Batman one's actually pretty cool. The Spider-Man one's cool. The Hulk one's cool. The Batman one is absolutely one of my favorite. Okay. So the last one's going to be to find that I know of is going to be the black Batcopter. Matter of fact, maybe we'll fix this live. Let's see. This one we're going to wait because that snapped off. I think that guy tried to take this off so it wouldn't break, and I think he snapped it, which wasn't good, but that's okay. Everything down here is fixable. All right, let me get the last box, and this one, so I'm not, actually 2 packages? Give me 1 sec, there's 2 packages here. I don't know what the hell this is. Oh, you know what this is? I know what this is. I've been waiting for this shit. I think that's what it is. Christ almighty, it took long enough. Unreal. Okay, this I've been waiting for 2 months. If you go on AliExpress, aliexpress.com, you can buy stuff that costs a shitload here from China. If you're willing to wait for it, you can get it really cheap. So I buy a lot of the action figure stands from them. They do everything in centimeters. So if you don't know centimeters to inches, you got to go on Google and look. Or you can remember that 20 centimeters is 8 inches. So if it's a 20 centimeter stand, it's for an 8-inch figure, which is Mego size, LG, SWAT figures, and so on. If it's 30 centimeters, it's about a 12-inch figure, which is G.I. Joe. So these are stands for 12-inch figures, and I need these for a bunch of the G.I. Joes and some of the big gyms. And there's $6 million man figures because they're falling over and they're expensive and I don't want them to break. So these are actually very inexpensive. The ones I got for the 8-inch figures were like, it was like $5 for 20 of them. It's nothing. And the shipping is like nothing. And then it was, $1 off. Put this in. But you have to be careful on that site because it's poor English. It's very poorly worded, but most of them are reputable. The good thing is if you don't get your package and you report it back to them, they will give you your money back. So nobody's up there going to scam you. That's one of the good things. It just takes a while to come through the mail. All right, so we got that. Let's get those out of the way. But this is the thing that I think is probably going to break my heart because that box came from Italy. And you can see this in it. I don't even know what it is. I'm hoping it's not the package what I was hoping for. Because if it's the goddamn Wonder Man car and he packed it like this, I'm going to be pissed. But we're going to see because I don't remember ordering anything else from Italy, to be honest with you. So all he lists is one Giocatelli. Okay. Is that this one? Is that this thing? Pezzenti? No, I was trying to see if this was the same package. So I do have a package at the post office I have to go through. All right, let's get that out of the way. Let's see what's in here. This is going to suck. I can already tell. This thing looks like it got destroyed. I mean, who shipped something like this? I had a Madelman figure that was on the card, and the guy was sending him from Spain or Portugal. I think it was Portugal. And instead of putting the goddamn thing in a box, he puts it in a regular manila envelope and ships it. And it arrives crushed. And he goes, "What's the problem?" I go, "It's fucking crushed, dude." And he's like, "Well, the toy's good." I said, "Dude, you missed the boat on this." I said, "That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to pack it right." What the hell is this? I don't know what this is. Oh my God, wait, I think I do know what this is. Oh, if it's that, I hope that didn't get damaged. That's even better. So he's like, "Well, the toy arrived fine." I'm like, so this is the problem with people who sell things that don't know what they're worth to collectors. You know, they'll see the big price tag, but they don't think like, hey, maybe I should pack it well because maybe the guy wants the box or the packaging or something. Okay, so the Fabian Plastica card's in the post office. I'm going to go over there tomorrow morning and pick it up. We'll do that on video tomorrow. This is something else, and this I actually forgot about, but oh, fuck, it got crushed. If the box is just crushed and the contents are good, I'll deal with it. If not, I'm going to be pissed. Because that's a stupid-ass way to pack a package. You pack packages, you have to think of it almost like you're packing fucking eggs. So him and I are going to have a little discussion in Italian after this, because this, yeah, it got run over by a car. And this took 2 months to get here, which means if you guys never dealt with the Italian mail, I'll give you guys a little hint on it. I love Italy. I love the food. I love the language. All that shit. I really do. But when it comes to delivering the mail, they're one of the fucking slowest goddamn mail systems in the world. And I've told this story before, and this is a true story. We were living in Torino, 1976. My father came home one day, was reading the newspaper, and starts cracking up out loud. My mother's like, "What's so funny?" He's like, "I just read in the newspaper that some post office nearby, was so slow in delivering mail, it piled up." Yeah, this got crushed. It piled up so fast that they didn't know what to do with it. They couldn't get it out fast enough. So what did they do? They took it out back and they burned it. That is a true story. Yeah, this box got crushed. I'm not worried about it too much. If the contents are good, I'll be happy. But I can see the box got fucking crushed because this douchebag didn't pack it in another box. It's just stupid. The good thing is I did not pay a lot of money for this. So this was a new inbox product that was previously unused, and this box got beat to shit, man. That's right. Let's see what the contents look like, because right now, rip the box. The box I can get back into reasonable good shape, except for this hole is going to be a little bit of a bitch. But the stuff inside is what I'm worried about. So far, so good. I think we're going to be all right. Okay, I'll show you guys this in a second. This is the Big Jim European. Let's do it this side. These are post command set. Now I have one of these loose and it's incomplete, so I said let me get one that's complete in the box. I got to go back and look at the auction because I don't remember looking at that shape. But it still had the stickers on the sheet. There's a little bit of rip right here, which is pissing me off. I don't think that was ripped. It was in the auction. But the thing about it is all the parts were still attached to the trees. So it's unused at this point. Even so, here's the computer. No stickers on it, which are over there. You guys a little more here. All the pieces that go to it. Drop down table. And basically it's like a playset that opens in half. So you get the outside stickers. None of them are applied. Very hard to find. This douchebag shipped it fucking like that. Oh, God, sorry. What a douchebag. Okay. It has the 1984 Big Jim catalog, which is quite cool. It's all Big Jim stuff inside, which is great. These are the pieces that connect to the back of the plastic. The graphics are they're really good. I guess this is 1984. Obviously, when this came out, you can see it's all in Italian. It shows you how it goes together. It opens up. So I'll show you guys mine. That's actually it's behind something. I can't get it right now. I have one. It's incomplete. Well, the unit's good. That's the good news. That's fine. But basically, what happens? It looks like this, and then you open it up with this thing on the side. It opens up, and then this piece comes out as a wall in the middle of the two, and then you have all these accessories. So that survived. But I'm gonna have a discussion with this guy, man. That was a shitty fucking packing job, and I hope your kids aren't watching. If your kids aren't watching, do not let them watch. I have a mouth like a truck driver, and I'm not apologizing to anybody for it. That's the way God made me. That's the way I am. All right, so the pieces are good. Catalog's in there. The instructions are in there. The stickers got a little fucked up. I mean, the box was definitely worn. I don't know if it was worn as much as this. This looks like somebody fucking stepped on it because it pushed through the box here. And I'm going to have to send this guy a thing and be like, yo, man, like, seriously, you couldn't pack it better than that. You don't wrap this in bubble wrap and put it through international mail. You don't even put that through national mail or local mail. You reinforce it with something. So I can get in and reinforce this box and push this out and get this pushed out, make this nice. The good thing is the other side is actually in quite good shape. So all right with that. So we can display that. We can fix that up a little bit. That's okay. Sticker being a little ripped, not such a big deal, but that's kind of a bummer. Waiting for it the whole time it shows up like that. But this is the shit you get when you buy on the internet, right? Or you buy anywhere. And since it's not like, since they're old and they're pretty much one of a kind, not one of a kind, but hard to find, I should say. It's pretty tough to do. Although this Big Jim catalog is quite nice. Nice distraction. Very, very cool. Lots of cool stuff in the Big Jim catalog. We'll go through that later another day. All right, so we're going to get this put away. We get that. Should we repair the copter? You want to see how to repair it? Teach you guys how to do it. Just in case you want to do one on your own, you can see it's not that complicated. It doesn't require a master's in physics to do. All right, so we have this crack piece. Now, I'm going to do this with a power drill. I'm going to do this on a very low torque setting, and I'm going to take my time. I would highly suggest you guys do not do it with a power drill, that you do it with a hand drill, a little hand drill, like a Dremel drill, because if you go too hard, too fast, you can break it. You don't want to do that. I'll give you guys the once over because I think I have everything I need to do it. Let's see. Let's take a look. We will put our cloth down. We need a brush for the plastic weld. This stuff is great. I had to Google for it and find it on eBay. This is what Toy Polo uses from the UK. It works great. These to cut nails. These are electrician pliers or something that'll cut a nail for you. Let me me see if I still have a nail floating around here. I may have gotten rid of them. I may have to go get one. Let's do this. Drill. But I'll honestly tell you, do this with a hand drill. It's not the best idea. And I'll see what I can do because I'm using a laptop to show this to you. And a thin nail. So, let me stand this up. You can watch Toy Pillow do it. He does it much better. I'll show you guys. I'll take a look. Look at his stuff. Hey, Harry. What's going on, man? Haven't seen you. Mr. Roger got a potty mouth. Let's shoot. What years are the helicopters from? Never seen them at yard sales yet. Harry, those helicopters are old, bro. They are 1970. Let me see if there's a year on this one. This one I've never seen before. Sorry, guys, I wasn't watching comments. This one is 1977, and I think they all fall with the 75, 76, 77 years. Just so you know. Okay. How to fix a copter skid. There you go, Buck. Got to do it. All right, so Mr. Harry Humstone, there he is. The $1 million question is, where are you going to put it? Quote, look at the size of that thing. That's awesome. So I'm going to LPH. I'm feeling sick. I know. When I watch you guys open something and David opens something, and if you look at the look on his face when it doesn't come well packaged, which happens once in a while, I'm just like, you can just feel the tension in the air. But that's all right. We'll deal with it. We only got one life to live, so we're going to do the best we can. All right, let's see what we can do here. So, first things first, it's snapped here, okay? The good thing about this plastic is first of all, the break is clean, so you can pretty much get it just about perfect back together. The idea here is to fix it without cracking something else, right? So, this is a nail. This is a drill bit. I think he said he uses like 3 millimeter or something, but you want to make sure that the nail and the drill bit that the nail is not bigger than the drill bit or it won't work. You also have to make sure that the hole you're going to put inside of this, based on the size, is not going to be too wide. You just want it just enough thin hole that when you glue it back together, you know when you glue two things together, right? You glue them, the glue should bond and hold it. But we know a lot of times it doesn't hold in certain plastics and so on. This actually melts the plastic back together, and it reforms the physical makeup of it, so they rejoin. But you want to put something metal to give it that strength so that somebody doesn't snap it again. So you don't have to make these too big, and you don't have to go too deep. That's what she said. You just have to get just enough in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the head off the nail. Okay. Hopefully this comes out right. Okay, and I don't want any points in there, so I cut off the point. So I'm going to make it probably just about, I'm probably going to go about 1/4 of an inch, a little more on each side. Maybe 1/3 of an inch on each side. Just enough. And I just did it before. I just want to make sure it's just so, because if you go too deep in the drill, you run the risk that you're going to fuck up the plastic and drill a hole out. You got to drill straight. You got to keep your eye on it. And I lowered the lights in here because I'm going to put this back on because that light bulb gets in everybody's eyes when we do it. I'm going to put it up so I can see a little better. And again, I would highly encourage you to use a hand drill to do this. Me? No. All right, so here's my, is it the nail piece I'm using? Christ, that looks a little long. Let me just make sure. 1, 2. Yeah, we may cut this down a little bit more, but there's the nail piece I'm using. If you guys can see that. Okay. All right, gently, we're going to go right for the center. Now, the cool thing about the Empire shit, I can tell you with their plastics, this stuff, somebody try and glue this already? If somebody tried to glue it already, you do not want to try and put this shit back together. You got to get that old glue off. Does that have glue on it? That may have old glue on it. Give me a second. If that is old glue, that shit needs to come off. Because if it doesn't, the plastic probably won't meld back together. No, it looks like that's a clean break. Okay. So inside there, sometimes you can usually see pretty much the center where it is. Again, you've got to go straight. All right. Low torque. Leave it on low if you're not experienced. If you fuck it up, don't blame me. Okay. Here we go. Let's get that straight in. Right to the center. Always start slow. Make sure you're going to the center. And if you don't go straight into there, you're going to wind up doing a real shit job. So we got a hole. We got a hole. Do I see the hole? We got a hole. Okay. Let's see if we can get this in there. See how far that goes. Okay. That piece goes in nice. It's got enough depth on it. So that nail is going to be too long because I'm not drilling that deep off the other side. Get the plastic off here. Go to the other side. Nice and easy. Make sure you're going straight. Make sure you're in the middle. If you drill, if the holes don't match up well, then you're going to get a crooked ass piece. So don't get a crooked ass piece. Make sure your shit's straight. Come on, baby. It's a little bit of a bitch at this angle, but this is really why you want to use a hand drill, because hand drill will not take up so much space to try and get it in there. Come on, baby. Make sure that hole's straight. If that hole's not in the middle, it's not straight, it's going to be all fucked up. We definitely don't want that, do we? No. Okay, let's do this. God damn it. Just kidding. All right. Just kidding. All right. Once we go, you dumb motherfucker. All right. So now I need to cut this nail down a little bit. It's way too big for what I'm doing. So let's bring this nail down a bit more. Don't get your fingers in there. Be careful. Young people. Got your fingers and toes. Test it. Before you start gluing this shit, make sure you test it. All right? Make sure you test it. Give it a dry fit. Dry fit means don't put the glue on it. Make sure you get the nail in there and make sure it'll go in before you start trying to put it together. Because once you start putting that plastic weld on, you're going to have a hell of a time getting it in there. Okay, come on. See if this will fit. Okay, so that nail is still either too big or I didn't drill deep enough. And I don't want to go much more deep than that. So we're going to cut this nail down again because, that nail's too big. But just a little bit. Just a little bit. If your comments are coming across, sorry. I haven't checked them yet. Let's see if this is going to work. This looks better. This is almost like styrene plastic. Okay, now you see the nail's inside and I got a good fit. Okay, I got a nice fit in there. So now the idea is take it out gently. Take this stuff, a little shake. Always give it a shake. Use a brush. Be generous, not overly generous. And you're going to put it just on the contact points on both sides. Because once that plastic touches, it literally starts melting into each other. Okay, if you guys ever dealt with PVC pipe, if you're a plumber or something, you start dealing with that shit, use that purple primer, and then you put the whatever one you use, the clear one or whatever on it, and you put it together, it immediately starts fusing the plastic. And that's what we're looking doing. And you start putting that on there. And if it works, you'll start feeling it start to pull immediately. And I'm hoping this guy didn't have glue on there, because if there's glue on there, it might not. And then the last trick is just to go a little bit around the edge where it is. And see if we can't get that to fuse. You just go around. Okay, and I usually give that a couple minutes. Give it a little pressure. Then give it a couple, you don't even really have to put pressure on. Put a little pressure, and then we let it go. And it should be done in a couple minutes. And then it'll be quite strong. You'd be surprised. I mean, it's still brittle plastic. You still break it. It'll be pretty strong once we're done. So it's already starting to melt together, which is good. And that's it. Again, when you're doing Empire helicopters, this is for those of you who haven't done it before. Do not put the helicopter and push it down. Even when these things were new, the instructions should say turn the helicopter over and snap them on, because they're supposed to kind of snap into the 4 pegs. But I'm sure kids put them like and broke them right away, because every single one you find in this world is broken, and you don't want that to happen. All right, let's check out these comments, and I can get off of here. See, here I come to save the day. Buck is here. Batshit Buck is on his way, but it could be used for Captain Action, Captain America 2, dude. Okay, let's see what we got. It's too big. That's what she said. There we go. Brian Sanchez jumped in. Testers used to have a glue like that, melted the surface of the plastic. Yes, it becomes a weld. It's fantastic. This shit's from the UK. It works on like styrene, any kind of styrene plastic, anything that's like model plastic from the old Aurora models type stuff will work. Rector said I use those to reinforce the skids. Oh, use a Rector sets. Okay. Handy Lou Fixing Old Toys also has OnlyFans page where he gives handies. Very nice. Very nice, Brian Sanchez. Brian Sanchez has made many donations over the years. All right, so there's what we got. So we're going to have to get space for this helicopter, the back copter, the Air Force copter. We'll make that Big Jim command set look good. That means I'm going to have an extra command set that's incomplete. We got to get the Mr. Action set over there. Definitely going to be fun. Oh, should we try that? No, I got to scrape off the glue. I'm going to try and fix there's a Chips copter I have. I wonder if that'll work. Check something out real quick. I think I put glue on it, so I don't think it's going to work until I get the glue off, but just curiously, yeah, some glue on here. So this was from a Chips copter. It's an extra one I had. And this was one of the props. Wow, does this really break? Oh, no, it goes here. Okay, so this was one of the props there. It's got glue. I wonder if this shit will work for this. It probably should. Let's give it a shot. Let's do a little chit-chat. Let's do a little fireside chat while we're doing this, shall we? Got to take this old glue off here because I did try and use some glue that did not work. I thought it was a plastic weld, and it firmly was not. Super glue usually does not hold this shit together. Just want to kind of get that old glue off, scrape it off there. So yeah, so I heard there was a really good live stream on Sunday. I heard it was fantastic. I heard they showed some videos, and they did a silent movie too. Somebody told me they did a silent movie. Like it was like, I don't know, a commercial with no sound or something. It's supposed to be silent. Was that the goal? Somebody told me you're supposed to use your imagination to kind of, I don't know. Am I right, Sanchez? Help me out, Sanchez. You were there. I know you watched it. You movie watching son of a bitch. Oh, you made those for my sister and told her she's welcome. Brian Sanchez, ladies and gentlemen, with the sister joke. Oh, God, Sanchez. One of these days I'm going to get out there. I really am. When I'm coming out in person, I'm going to shake your hand. I really am. All right, let's see if this shit will work, because this piece, I think there might be a little bit more glue in there. Looks like it might be gone now. Yeah, no, I heard they did a silent movie. It was really good. You saw where someone posted a porn movie on the Mego? What do you mean the Mego site? The Mego Corp webpage? No, they did not. That's classic. I wish somebody would do that on Mego Like. Why Mego Like? Probably get more visitors. Listen, it's all fun until somebody wants to take over the toy world, isn't it? It was a silent. Oh, was it supposed to be a silent movie? Like, was that like, were they trying to do something kind of retro or something? I don't know. Just fill me in. It's supposed to be like a retro thing. And who made the movie? Was it Amigo? Was it Amigo movie? Sanchez? Help me out here, because I don't really watch that stuff, but once in a while I'll pop in and take a look. Just to see what those fly boys are doing. Let's see if this works. I don't have a lot of faith in this right now because I think there was too much glue on it. I may have to go back because I'm on the wrong side. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side. Let's see if we can get this to weld. I think there might be too much old glue on there. I don't know if I got it all off. Wasn't the video for Make Mine Mego? What is that? What's make mine me go? Would they steal someone else's make mine thing expression? They stole someone else's make mine. Jesus Christ. Or borrowed, should I say? Did they requisition from another source? Like those boxes? It's funny. You get somebody like David Gunn, who's a true graphic artist, and then you get somebody who's borrowing artwork from other places and slaps it on a box or a card and then says that they're a graphic artist. It's quite funny. It really is. It's actually quite very funny. But you have a life. Oh, you don't watch all of it. Was it as long as ours? 4 hours? I don't know what they have to talk about. What, the Marvel thing that's going to come out in a year and a half? Please. Is it as exclusive as the Top Steel? Didn't everybody learn from the Top Steel? Or are people still like living in that fantasy land where they think like, oh, it's all fixed? Not even close. It's the same stupid gimmick. They have nothing to show. So, listen, they're a company. They're going to do what they have to sell their stuff. I mean, that's the fact of the matter on things, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But people don't learn. They're going to piss and moan when the shit comes out with crappy bodies, or maybe they'll have good bodies. I don't know. But if they have crappy bodies or something doesn't fit, don't piss and moan because you're the ones who keep buying it. You already know what they're capable of. You saw the Top Steel. Right? Oh, they're exclusive. Now they're fucking on clearance everywhere. Told you guys. Nobody listened. Actually, that's not true. Brian Sanchez listened. A couple other people listened. But that's the truth. And you can do whatever you want. You buy what you guys want because your collections. Enjoy it. But don't piss and moan when you're giving into something. They keep doing the same things over and over. And then you're like, oh, you think they're going to change? But because they got Marvel, they're going to change? Pfft, the same stupid shit over and over. Oh, they're exclusive. They'll be at Big Lots. They'll be on clearance in less than 6 months. Yep. Remember what was the ones they put out there that were, I forget what they were. It wasn't like they were doing the Mole Man, I forget what it was, the Medusa figure, whatever it was, and they were doing all those. And then somebody saw them at Walmart for $2 30 days later. I'm sure it was just a mistake. But regardless, it was done. And it can happen. And it can happen to you. I think I have to get a little glue off here. Well, it's melting, but I think I need a little more. I don't think I got all the glue off. But it did do a little bit of melt, which is good. So I don't know if this is going to kick in, but what's no, Sanchez? No what? No, you're not cool? Well, that's true. Crappy video they made for when Dr. Miko take. Oh, jeez. Well, I can't say anything on that because we do Preparation H commercials here and inflatables when I get up to do stuff. You're running all my commercials for me. Brian Sanchez is my TV producer, and he's running all my commercials, and he likes to run Preparation H ones or something, whatever he's running. Actually, this is actually working a little bit. It's going to need a little bit more love, but it's definitely, I can see where the plastic's softened and it's coming together. It's probably going to need a little more. Once it's done, I'll let it dry out and then I'll wrap a little more around it. I might be able to fix this chip propeller. It's going to have to be handled with care. It's not going to be like you're going to be able to take it outside and start spinning around like a whirly bird, but, it'd be something you could actually check out. You know what I mean? Kind of like me finding the 50th anniversary villains on clearance. There you go. That's what I'm talking about with Buck coming in with that kind of stuff. No, it wasn't 4 hours. Okay, it wasn't 4 hours. Let me take this off here for a second. Because I realize that some of the comments are getting cut off there. Let's do. Listen, it's cool. I liked our 4 hour video. I can't believe it, or 4 hour live stream. I can't believe it was 4 hours. And the last 20 minutes, I went upstairs, sat down for a second. I passed the fuck out. It was tiring. But no, listen, buy whatever the hell you want. Don't let anybody tell you not to buy what you want. If you like G.I. Joe, get G.I. Joe. If you like Mego, get Mego. That's on you. All I'm saying is if you're going to get the stuff and you think things are going to change, like they're going to tell you they're exclusive and they're $20 and they're not going to be on sale for $4 6 months later, you're probably kidding yourself. I'm not saying all of them, but they will. And if you think the bodies are going to be any different all of a sudden, or the paint's not going to the clothes aren't going to bleed through the body, whatever. It's the same stuff's going to happen. They're not changing any production stuff. It's all the same. I mean, it would be too expensive to do that. And that's okay. As long as you're willing to accept that, cool. But don't complain about it if you know that's what's going to be. Unless you haven't bought before. Unless you haven't bought before and this is your first time doing it, then you should have a right to voice your concern. Actually, you always have a right to voice your concern. But if you keep voicing your concern over and over for the same thing and you keep buying it, then you're the one that's not got all your shit together. You know what I mean? Let's say I hung in as long as I could. Left just after you. Oh, you did, Buck? Yeah, Buck was on there for a while, too. It's tough, man. That's a 4-hour live stream. And there was no pause. There was no pause. There was no pause in that. There was zero. So, anyway. Well, I hope I don't offend anybody when I say, like, certain things about Mego. And a lot of people get offended because they think it's our childhood recaptured. And in a sense, part of it is. But is it really? Is it really? I mean, in my opinion, it's not. But you have your right to your own opinion. I mean, you got, in the old days, I went for Mego and stuff. It was fun. I'm not saying it's not fun now, but you get home and the arm falls off. Or you get home and the legs are all black from the clothes going through. I mean, or the dye going through the figures. I mean, pick what you want to, pick what you want to do and not. You know what I mean? Just don't complain about it if you keep buying it. And you know that these are some of the issues. All right, other than that, let's get the hell out of here. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll have that Fabian Plastica car, which I'm really excited. I hope that made it. The guy packed it well because it's a very rare piece. The Fabian plastic cars are the 2-foot remote control. You've seen the Batmobile, and the Superman car. I've shown them here before. I even showed you guys the Tiger car. I think there's a total of 9. How many are there? I think there's 9, 10, or 11. I got to look. But they're really hard to find. And this one, Wonder Man, I'm so excited. That's the Superman car rebranded. They did Starman, which is the Batman car, rebranded. They did the Black Widow, which is the Spider-Man car, rebranded. The Tiger car was rebranded into the Fantastic Four car. What else do we have out there? They made a Hulk Jeep, which I have yet to see, and I'm dying to see. I'm hoping somewhere I come across one day. I'd love to have them all. That'd be a holy grail set. I don't give a shit if they work. I can probably make them work again and fix most of the stuff in there. But if they have the remote with or without the antenna and the car, I'd be happy. But they're stupid too. All they do is go forward and backwards, and they don't turn a little bit. They don't really do much. It's a weird remote control concept, but they're cool if you're a collector. I'll tell you that. Okay. I like old school Mego. I also have some new Mego stuff. Well, we know why you have new Mego stuff. You're like Captain Spaulding, or you're like the guy in House of a Thousand Corpses. Got caught with a Planet of the Apes style stuck up your butt. All right, guys, how's this doing? Let's see. How are we doing over here? Look at that. It's together. It's not coming apart anymore. All right, let's go find some room for some copters. Let's get the hell out of here. Hope everybody had a really great week so far. Tomorrow's Thursday. We're getting close to the end of the week. Hope you guys are enjoying. Summer's coming to an end. Make sure you get your last licks in there. Yeah, it's getting there. Next thing will be fall. Then it's Halloween. Halloween shit's already out for you guys that love Halloween. It's out. And then don't forget Christmas and birthdays and all that goodness. And stay tuned for some exciting news coming from Mego Like. I'm not telling you shit now, but we will tell you shit later. Should we say the Topps exclusive, Brian Sanchez? No, it's not a Topps exclusive. All right, guys, have a